Woodstock Avenue, but I had no idea what was going to be unfolding in the hours afterwards.
Our first tree down that we heard was on Door Drive. Next was West Street. Then we got one call after another call after another call telling us about this emergency situation. State police are urging you to stay off the road, only absolutely necessary travel. We're taking calls this morning.
I've been listening and thankful for you guys for the last hour and a half, 2 hours. I was actually listening to you when my front window of my old Victorian home burst out.
We lost power at 2 o'clock this morning. The trees are down in the roads. We had wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. The rainbow that you were speaking of this morning, we could see as clear as anything.
I have seen the trees that are down. They're over the electrical line.
Yes.
And it does look very dangerous. And I would say that it's not a very good place to go.
This is Glendora from Rutland on State Street.
Yes. How are things on State Street this morning?
I'm a little nervous. The laundromat that's across my window here, the whole sign just completely came out of this case and is flying over the street.
Mother Nature really threw a curveball here.
Oh yeah, like our operations supervisor here in Rutland said, this is almost like hurricane type damage. The wind that ran through Rutland is just unbelievable.
Chief Slachter, what do you want to say to the people this morning?
Basically, again, stay home, stay inside. Don't go out on the roads at this point unless you absolutely have to for an emergency. And when you do call in, as I say, we have thousands of trees down probably in the city right now. If it's against a power line and you have arcing and sparking, then give us a call. If somebody's in a vehicle and there's wires on the vehicle, give us a call. But just to report the fact that a tree fell in the neighbor's yard, we'll figure that out later.
The first night we went 28 hours of working straight, 28 hours. We had about 5-6 hours off, and we've been roughly running 16 to 17 hours a day, and today is Thursday, so it's been a long haul, I guess.
We're from Hydro One. We're out of the southern part of Ontario, the province of Ontario in Canada. A lot of damage. We're probably going to be here for 3 or 4 more days. A lot of tree damage, but it's been very well organized. We've been getting to the work sites, no problem. The forestry crews have been ahead of us, so we're strictly doing line work, so it's working very, very well. All the people in the community, anybody we talk to on the street, usually when they've been out of power for 4 or 5, going on 6 days now, they get kind of antsy, but we've had none of that at all. Extremely well received.
It was just a stellar performance on all the folks, whether they were in the public sector or the private sector. The DPW guys they were like bees. They were running from place to place, cleaning roads so emergency vehicles had access. The fire guys were out literally putting out fires, because when the trees were coming down on the power lines, things started to go pop and zap. And so they were working all day on Monday. We brought in all 3 shifts, and they were going all day long and all night long. The police, they were out straight as well. And as I said, it was just a stellar performance by all the public service crews. Same thing goes for all the utilities: CVPS, Velco, Comcast. Those folks, Verizon, were all out trying to get power and get phone utility service up as quickly as they could, and just can't say enough about it.
This is Millie on Library Ave.
Yes, Millie.
We're out of power, and my backyard has got a big tree, and you should see everybody else's backyard on this street. It's horrible. I mean, it just about hit my ex-husband's car. It's right out of his car.
A lot of women would be happy if it hit their ex-husband's car.
And we're listening to you on battery-powered radio, and glad that you guys are serving us. I mean, we know what's going on.
We went up in the helicopter with the mayor and the Rutland City Forester and surveyed the damage. The Rutland Recreation Department closed the park because of the extent of the damage, and we offered to help out so they could open the park back up.
One quick thing I wanted to say is, boy, this is a real strong case for having radio stations that are staffed by actual live people. You know, thanks to you guys for getting into work today and getting the word out on what's happening around the area.
This is a huge storm. The restoration effort could last several days. It could go into the end of the week.
I realize it's going to be tough for people. As I say, we haven't seen a disaster of this magnitude, and it's one that I don't think you could ever plan totally for something of this magnitude. Rutland has dodged the bullet many, many times, and this time we got hit.
On behalf of the community, to all the utility workers and all the folks who work for Rutland City, a big thank you. At the same time, I'd like to personally thank the entire community for the way they rose to the occasion here during this crisis, and just made me proud to be a member of the Rutland community.